Mughal relations with other rulers. The Mughal rulers campaigned constantly against rulers who refused to accept their authority. But as the Mughals became powerful, many other rulers also joined them voluntarily. The Rajputs are a good example of this. Many of them married their daughters into Mughal families and received high positions. But many resisted as well. The Sisodia Rajputs refused to accept Mughal authority for a long time. Once defeated, however, they were honorably treated by the Mughals, given their lands or watan back as assignments or as watan jagir. The careful balance between defeating but not humiliating their opponents enabled the Mughals to extend their influence over many kings and chieftains. But it was difficult to keep this balance all the time. Mansabdars and Jagirdars. The term Mansabdar refers to an individual who holds a mansab, meaning a position or rank. It was a grading system used by the Mughals to fix 1. Rank, 2. Salary, and 3. Military responsibilities. Rank and salary were determined by a numerical value called Zaat. The higher the Zaat, the more prestigious was the noble's position in the court and larger his salary. The Mansabdar's military responsibilities required him to maintain a specific number of savars or cavalrymen. Mansabdars received their salaries as revenue assignments called jagirs, which were somewhat like iktas. But unlike muktis, most Mansabdars did not actually reside in or administer their jagirs. They only had rights to the revenue of their assignments, which were collected for them by their servants, while the Mansabdars themselves served. In some other part of the country. In Akbar's reign, these jagirs were carefully assessed so that their revenues were roughly equal to the salary of the Mansabdar. There was also a huge increase in the number of Mansabdars, which meant a long wait before they received a jagir. These and other factors created a shortage in the number of jagirs. As a result, many jagirdars tried to extract as much revenue as possible while they had a jagir. Aurangzeb was unable to control these developments in the last years of his reign, and the peasantry therefore suffered tremendously. Zabt and Zamindars. The main source of income available to Mughal rulers was tax on the produce of the peasantry. In most places, peasants paid taxes through the rural elites, that is, the headman or the local chieftain. The Mughals used one term, zamindars, to describe all intermediaries, whether they were local headmen of villages or powerful chieftains. Akbar's revenue minister Todarmal carried out a careful survey of crop yields, prices, and areas cultivated for a 10-year period, 1570 to 1580 AD. On the basis of this data, tax was fixed on each crop in cash. Each province was divided into revenue circles with its own schedule of revenue rates for individual crops. This revenue system was known as Zabt. It was prevalent in those areas where Mughal administrators could survey the land and keep very careful accounts.